John Locke was a 17th century English political theorist, and you may or may not know of him as the guy who invented America. Of course, America didn't exist in Locke's day, but the founding fathers loved John Locke so much that they used his political works as the basis for the Declaration of Independence, to the point of almost directly ripping him off. But to understand Locke's political theories, you should first get a grounding of his work on epistemology, or the philosophy of knowledge. John Locke proposed the epistemological theory of the tabula rasa, or blank state, which puts forward the notion that every human being is born with our minds completely empty, which went against the philosophical tradition that at the very least we're born with some basic rational understanding, or a set of desires and intentions commonly referred to as human nature. Locke believed there was no human nature, and each and every one of us is the author of our own character, ergo, all men are created equal. This is called empiricism, which is the position that all human knowledge derives originally from the senses, and there is no such thing as knowledge that precedes observation. Locke distinguished between simple and complex knowledge. Simple knowledge is the information we receive directly from the world, and these ideas cannot be broken down into simpler concepts. John Locke was certainly no fan of large intrusive government, and proposed instead that each individual has a fundamental right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. He believed that the government's job was to allow us these liberties instead of just telling everybody what to do all the time. Thomas Hobbes laughed long and hard at this proposition, saying that because everybody acts primarily in their own self-interest, sooner or later a society that promotes liberty denigrates into a society where everybody's stabbing each other in the face. Therefore, the price of peace, according to Hobbes, was to forfeit all of your natural rights to an absolute monarch who, of course, would promise not to abuse his power. John Locke thought that nobody should have absolute power, so he came up with the idea of separation of powers, which means that the church and the judicial system operate independently of the ruling class, so theoretically no one person can commit a crime and get away with it.